FM. That is Jason Derulo, 12:33. All right, 51552. If you have any questions for my next guest, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Tiernan returns to Vicar Street in January with his brand new show.
I can't wait to see that.
Under the Influence.
Oh, I say that'll be some crack, all right. There's no manners on them, you know.
The show, Tommy, it's about heroism of everyday life.
Look, I had to say something when they asked me what the show about. So I thought the effort I was putting into writing it was magnificent. So I was kind of going, the heroism of everyday life.
How long does it take you to come up with something new like that?
A show. You're always working on a show. Always. I know it's like when you were dancing and singing and stuff like that, you'd have something nailed. And would you do the same thing everywhere?
No, well, yeah, but with every crowd, like, you know, is different. So every night's different. So you'd be doing the same songs, but you'd be certainly feeding off the crowd and talking to different people.
You could do different movements.
No, you'd stick to the movements. Actually, Pete, that's debatable because none of us really did it together at the same time when we were supposed to. So we all kind of did something different. But, we weren't supposed to. Life, Tommy.
Life.
What's it all about?
It's about 76...
I felt like Gay Byrne when I said that, by the way.
It's about 76 years if you're lucky. You're asking the wrong man. I spent a fierce amount of time. I've started smoking a pipe.
Why?
You know, because it slows me down. And what I do is I have a pipe and a double espresso. So I'm moving very fast, but in a very slow way. And I spend a lot of time... I've given up on the telly. I'm kind of bored. There's too much riding on the television, isn't there? Every single programme, there's someone with someone else, and I just get depressed because I haven't been at that style of lamping for years, you know. I wouldn't be up for it. You need a degree in, biology and chemistry, and you'd want to be good at gymnastics too. So I've given up on the telly. Too much murder, too many murders.
Right.
It's always fellas been murdering or riding, and I've just it's too stressful. If you're not at one, you're at the other. That's
so when the news comes on,
murders and riding, the box set.
Are you does that?
So I've stopped watching telly, is what I'm saying to you.
So it's out. Do you don't own a telly, or you just don't turn it on?
There's loads of tellies in the house, but what I do now is I just look out the window. Like, the telly can be on the house and the wife and kids can be watching it, but I'd be back turned and I'd be looking out the window. And if I get tired, maybe I'll go upstairs and look out the bedroom window. But I
go up and watch the bedroom box set. What happens if you look out the cows? Would they not be at the...
There's no cows near us. I'm in Connemara. There's no cows.
Right, okay.
There's a couple of sheep with odd legs, but there's no cows.
Does that rule you out of social media, Facebook, Twitter? Do you do anything like that? Is there,
not really, no. I mean, there are... you obviously have to release a statement every now and again.
And the statement is you're coming to Vicar Street January 5th, 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th, 15th.
They're also next week's lotto numbers, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15. I go on every now and again just to say, you know, shows coming up, but I wouldn't try to be funny on it now. Some people are. There's some great funny people on it, you know. But that's not my oeuvre.
Not your cup of tea?
No.
Okay.
Oeuvre.
Oeuvre.
Did you do French with Liam, did you?
No, I did, but I can't remember.
Oeuvre. I think it's
that's an egg.
Window.
No.
It's an egg in a window.
It's an egg. I was right.
The Hoover. It's the French for Hoover. Oeuvre.
What everyday activity at the moment are you struggling with? You said you were
brushing my teeth. I find that difficult.
I
often go to bed. It's hardly worth it. I'll brush them in the morning.
I think we all do a bit of that, don't we? And you keep telling yourself, you better get up. You better get up.
Brush them, Tom. Brush. Look, what harm can a biscuit do in your mouth overnight? Do you know what I mean? I don't think much. So I'm finding it hard to brush my teeth. That's about it. That's the height of it now. If I get that nailed. Were
you like that as a kid now? Would your parents or whatever
I used to brush my teeth.
Tommy, get up and brush your teeth.
I used to brush my teeth like viciously. You know, like I was a fella very, very vigorously and kind of just like it was an exercise, you know. But at this age now, I'm 47. I'd be looking to get another 30 years out of my teeth. Do you know, you have a lovely set of gnashers there. You're young enough, though, aren't you?
I'm 38 next month.
You're 38, so same. You know, you want another 40 years out of your teeth, don't you?
Yeah, well, hopefully. I've no fake ones.
No, I never said you did.
No, I know people think they're fake
for no reason.
I pay good enough money for them in London to get a brace. Comedian wise, I always ask when you go to Vicar Street or a place like that, is that a different crowd to anywhere else?
It's the best venue for stand up in the country. It's the Croke Park of comedy, as I was telling somebody. You know, it's a pleasure to play there. I know from gigging around Dublin that audiences will be different, you know. They've no sense of humour in Lusk. Have you noticed that? They're kind of humourless. Once you hit Rush or Swords, something happens to them people. Now, you travel further on in your Meath and they're great crack. But there's a Bermuda Triangle of humour. Swords, Rush and Lusk. Very literal people. Very literal. I find the inner city dubs full of guff. You won't tell them what's funny. You're kind of on their turf. Even the Southsiders have a bit of that going on as well, you know, because a lot of attitude in Dublin. Good bouncy attitude, though, you know. Dubs would, I think, pride themselves on being witty and being up for a laugh. So they don't want some country bumpkin coming up and being better than they are. Do you know what I mean? So you'd be put in your spot. But the country as a whole has different kind of senses of humour, you know. But I love it. I love, to me, like, I was never... Maybe when I was a young fella, 19 or something, you'd be excited about touring the world or the notion of touring the world. But very quickly, I'm more thrilled now by heading to Cavan, you know, or Monasterboice. Or a weekend in Nina, oh, but jeez. I wouldn't be able to sleep for a week with excitement thinking about it.
You have to bring your toothbrush to that one. Do you get heckled in the street when you talked about witty dubs, or if you're in Cork or anywhere, would they be shouting over stuff at you?
A woman came up to me one time in Easton's in Galway. She had the softest hands I've ever felt in my life. She was easily 300 or 400 years old. And she came up to me and she just grabbed my hand, you know. And I wouldn't have been very close to my mother now. And this woman came up to me and said, I love you. I love you, Tommy Tiernan. I love you. But would you ever keep your mouth shut? So, I get people like that coming up to me, you know. In general, it's warm-hearted.
Right.
You know, when I had a fella... I went through a phase between 2006 and 2009 where I wasn't great. And fellas let me know. I was at a soccer match and these 8 fellas. Well, it's Liverpool United match, Old Trafford, like a big cathedral of football. That's what we're over there for. Everyone excited about the match. And I walk past and these 8 Dublin fellas start shouting, "You're not funny anymore." So, yeah, you'd always be kept on your toes. But as long as people aren't drunk, it's grand. If people are hammered, then they've no sense of time and they'll be grabbing onto you for ages, you know. But
and would you ever, because you look like Roy Keane, would you ever do a Roy Keane and say, "Listen, lads, feck off, will you?"
Yeah, I can't imagine Roy now being a comedian. Can you, having that kind of work on the crowd? Where are you from?
I remember one time I was 16, the FEI didn't bring me back from a match. I was playing one time in the stall and I was on my own for 16 to stay in the stall for the week. I'm going there.
Not the greatest Roy Keane impersonation you've ever liked to do.
We've heard about it. Have you ever been? We're going down to the Plough tomorrow. Have you ever been down there?
Never been to the Plough. No.
It's, as I was told, mad.
Really?
It's like tractor porn. It's just outrageous.
Yeah, it's kind of Glastonbury for farmers.
It is. And I was told
with Ray Lynon playing on the big stage at 9:30.
I was told last week by a girl who writes for the Farmers Journal that it's a great place if you're in secondary school and late teens to get the shift.
No, does a shift mean the same thing to a farmer as it does to a city boy?
I don't know.
Stick shift or gear shift?
What do you think at the moment with Hillary Clinton?
I don't even know who she is.
Really, Tommy?
Hillary Clinton. Does she run a bed and breakfast in Salt Hill? I tell you one thing about Trump. I love Trump. I hope he gets elected. Donald Trump is only dangerous if you take reality seriously. If reality is just another television show, I think the more crazy bastards are in it, the better. I'd love to see Trump elected. I really would. I'd love to see him go toe-to-toe with the toddler who's in charge of North Korea. You know that little brat with his finger on the button. I'm mad for Putin as well.
Yeah?
Oh, I love Putin.
Why?
He'd kill you. You know where you stand with a man like that, don't you? Putin, no matter who you vote for, he's in charge.
How do you test your stuff, Tommy, when you do have a show?
I take the train up to Dublin and I try it out on DJs. And if they laugh, I know I'm onto something.
What's the text saying? Are we any text? Is he funny? Is he funny anyway?
Am I through to the next round? No, give it up, Tom. Give it up.
Oh, God. So you're looking forward to the gigs, though?
No, I hate them. Prefer to be upstairs in my room looking out the window.
How's the family? How's the
don't
missus?
talk to them either, Nicky. I'm done.
Right.
Done talking to the family. Done.
No, you're done with family. You're getting too old now.
To hell with that. The problem with families is nobody knows why they're there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you other large groups of people that have a focus, a football team or an army, they all wear the same clothes. They've got shit to be doing. Do you know what I mean? But a family, just people all wearing their own clothes, sitting on the table. Why are we here? I want to go to my room. I want to go to my room. No, Tom, the kids haven't seen you all day. They want to talk to you.
Tommy Tiernan, right. Under the Influence, live at Vicar Street, January 5th, 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th and 15th. And if you don't mind, Tommy, I'll have to pay for the ticket, but I'll go in and see you.
You're on the door. You're on the door.
Drinks after.
You know your good-looking friends are on the door.
Tommy Tiernan, everybody. Cheers, Tom.
My pleasure.